I'm a little tired from last night's double, but there are a few things I want to bring up. And I want to bring them up today because, as everyone knows, in crypto world, the weekend starts Thursday night, at least as of late. I gotta see. Ooh, I sneezed on it. It must be true. Huge shout out to Max and Jesse. Appreciate that big shout out, guys. Love you. Please be right back. Good morning, everyone. It is feels like a Monday. It's Wednesday, the 12th of November, 2025. Now, we got a lot of news today that matters, not fluffy hoo-ha. The OECD, which, what a name, right? Has a working agreement, from what I gather. I got to confirm there's a working agreement, not just a draft, but I think it's an actual working agreement where participating nations, aka world government, are going to trample on everyone's freedoms. Yet again, they do it with our finances and, arguably good reason, arguably not. They do it with our crypto, all our commodities. Leave that alone, would you? But now they're going to do it with your real estate, and not just real estate in your name. They're going to do it with real estate that you have, that you're the, what is that, UBO, unidentified beneficiary, or some kind of weirdness like that. But basically, if you benefit from a trust or what have you, you have to report it. Now, immediately that gets my legal brain going, but of course nothing I say is advice of any kind, legal, financial, what have you. We're having a discussion. Now that that's said, they're going to report amongst member nations how you report to them. That's essentially world government. You see, they do these things in increments, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there's a video on the community page from Wealthy Expat about it, and I'm already thinking of things like, but if I do this, if I do that, So this is something we have to constantly monitor, because why? We got two other things that are going on, and I gotta watch a couple of more reports about that. Actually, three things that I have to monitor, and that we're going to have to monitor together and discuss about. First, allegedly there are trouble signs, warning signals happening with Blackrock. Now, if you follow Rich over at Common Sense Crypto, you know that at least Rich feels that, in my own words, Blackrock is a paper tiger designed to bring down global economic system, essentially a paper tiger. Now, I have a tendency to, if not agree with that, and not necessarily disagree either, but I respect that immensely, that point of view, because that would be a brilliant black swan event, now wouldn't it? So I'm going to check that more and more. And BlackRock really runs the world's finances. Pension funds, 401ks. You know, pretty much everything for retail goes through BlackRock. And divisions of BlackRock have other things going on with them. They essentially consult governments. So in essence, all they have to do is send each other internal memos and take down the government. It's sort of like a privatized CIA in a lot of ways. You got to really watch BlackRock. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is that JP Morgan announced that they minted a coin roughly, or at least a token, roughly about 2.5-3 days ago. There were only a few wallets with it. Keith D has a video on it. He did a live on it. and I'm gonna make sure to share that. I'm not sure if I put that in there or not, on the community page, so you can watch it too. But essentially, ladies and gentlemen, my takeaway, and I didn't watch all of his video, my takeaway is that that's just going to be an internal thing amongst JP Morgan, because, like, again, Rich says, if you're a small bank, a regional bank, you don't want to use JPM. You're not going to use anything from JP Morgan. I mean, who would do that? It just makes no sense. That's like having your own little pizzeria and using Domino's Pizza coin to pay for it. It just makes no sense. So that's going to be an internal thing, and in my humble opinion, that is great for XRP. Now, why? Because you got to process those payments. Will they do it internally? Yes. Will they do it outside of the JPM universe? To a very small degree, I could see that happening, but nothing too major. Now, I also have to look at a couple of videos from King Solomon. Now, I know a couple of people don't like him because of some kind of things that happened with a certain coin. Somebody commented once a while back about it. The guy just celebrated, I believe, 2 years of sobriety or something, and so I would say give the guy a break. If he made a mistake, he made a mistake. But money is money, and that's nothing to play with either. However, leaving that alone, he has been producing fabulous research, and he has 2 videos that I want to look into, because like the other channels we follow here, Max's channel especially, bringing receipts. That's what it's about. You got to bring the receipts. You got to use the Wayback Machine. So definitely support Wayback Machine. And you got to use both mobile and desktop in order to research this stuff. But here's the thing I'm going with, ladies and gentlemen, that we have had some major changes going on with, we'll call it DLT, digital ledger technology, because it's been on both blockchain and hashgraph. Now, technically, I do it too. People say blockchain, like for Hedera, and technically Hedera hashgraph is, it's a graph. Same thing with DAG. But we gotta look at these DLTs, basically, to not get caught in nuances, and see what they're up to, because it also makes me curious if Casper's going to be involved. Now, a lot of people say, why Casper? Not Caspa, which we like, and supposedly they got a few things going on. We'll get a chance to look at that when we can. But Casper is a very unique coin and ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen. It brings a lot to the table, and I see it being interactive with many chains. Will they surprise us and bring it about suddenly, or will it be in increments? We just don't know. So that is the latest news, in the sense of not the rah-rah channels, but in things that can affect us and our future wealth, because we have to really look at these things from a business standpoint. Understand how all these things are going to interact, and financially, business entity, it's all interconnected, ladies and gentlemen. So you must build your own web, so to speak. I'm not saying for any sense of duplicity or cheating on your fair share of taxes. Of course not. Roads have to be maintained, even though you pay super high taxes, like in New York. The roads are terrible, but you're guaranteed that roads will be terrible if you don't pay your taxes. Just that simple. All right, I'm going to leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen, because I know you guys really don't like it to go over too much, so we'll just stop there. So please like this video. Please share amongst your friends. even if you know they're like, not just your like-minded friends, but share it with your friends, because you just don't know. Maybe they think like us, and they're just being super quiet about it. Because you'd be surprised who's really into this stuff too. Oh yeah, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, definitely. And lastly, with that whole spiel that YouTube wants every creator to do, go ahead and if you are subscribed, give me 1 second here. Okay, good. If you are subscribed, go ahead and ring that bell. So thank you everyone for watching. I got to remember to tag Maximus Crypto, Jesse, Apex Crypto Consulting, Rich, Common Sense Crypto, King Solomon, I forgot his real name. Good Lord, I hope I remember everybody. Wow, it's going to take a while to put this one up. All right, everyone, thanks again for watching. Do take care, and remember, stick it to the man, not to each other. Peace.